Happy Friday Chit Chat. We're going to use the Touch of Silk Canvas. I like the way my makeup looked yesterday. I don't know why I'm doing this with my fingers. Oh well. So I wanted to do it again. Sort of. And we're going to get a couple of things out of the way before we start chit-chatting. This weekend, I want to go shopping for groceries. But since I will be at Walmart or other drugstore areas, I want to do a video using y'all's favorite drugstore. And I put that on Instagram. You could put the prompt there. You could actually answer it down below if you want also. And now that I'm thinking about it, I want to do your not so favorite drugstore products also. So if you could put favorite dash and put the product that's your favorite or products that are your favorite, your ride or dies. And then do unfavorite dash and some of the ones that just didn't work for you. And I'm gonna go get whatever I don't have already when I go grocery shopping. So hopefully y'all can get some answers before I go. If not, I'll just have to make another trip. But I wanted to see what y'all like and what I like. And right now it's pretty rough times, so it'd be better to do drugstore. We'll move on to the other stuff later. I didn't forget about some of the things. I'm thinking about the power of makeup. I thought about that. There's also, I have it all written down. Y'all know I do. I'm part of Influenster. I don't know if y'all are aware of what that is. But they had a list of their 2019 favorites. And I was going through to see what I had from their favorites. If y'all would like to see a full face of Influencer favorites, let me know. It's been a crazy, crazy week. Eric's new medication, he's doing pretty good. And like I said in yesterday's video, this little thing lasts a long time. And a little does go a long way. I do notice I'm using more when I use the sponge in it. This is the Wet n Wild Dewy foundation. I always go down my neck, so I put some down my neck. I look funny right now, don't I? So we are going to pat it in. I put too much on my nose on purpose so that if I didn't have enough on my forehead, I could pull it up. There's just a lot going on. How many countries are opening up after the shutdowns? How many states are opening up? There's just a lot of crazy stuff going on. I did see the new Anastasia Norvina palette. I did a double take. Because the part that's getting me to not buy it is the fact that I'm pretty sure I have every shade that's in there. But the other part is like, they do have mini ones come out where they take a couple of shades from the big palettes. I don't know if y'all have noticed that with the past few. I don't know if they're, because I think she said this is going to be the last one for a while. So I don't know if she's going to do that. But it's just so big. I don't know if I need another big palette. I mean, I have quite a few. So I'm just trying to get the makeup nice and even. I'm shaking my leg for some reason if you're wondering why I'm moving. I don't know why. Okay. And I noticed yesterday's video was blurry and I must have answered the phone and forgot to wipe makeup off of it at some point. And I'm sorry. I was like, oh my God. What happened? So I made sure that I cleaned it today. I could clean it again right now. All right. I feel tired. I woke up and Jason wasn't here. He had sent me a text message that said he was going to go fishing or something. Eric was running around. We go through stages. Eric likes to sleep in the room with us. And I was sleeping on the floor in the bedroom. And it just got to be too much. So I'm no longer sleeping on the floor. I'm sleeping in Eric's bed. And Eric got up and shut the door, so I didn't know anything. I don't know what time Jason left. I called Eric into the bedroom once I saw the message. He came in, he brought me his milk. So I don't know, Eric is so cute in the mornings and at night when he's asleep. During the day, he's kind of a hellion when he wants to be. I mean, I wouldn't trade him for anything in the world. Oh, these are the Maybelline Age Rewinds. They're some of my favorites, but they've been in a box because that box right there is full of drugstore makeup that I think is a good makeup that you could put in your makeup collection. I would say starter kit, but most of you I don't think are starters. And I just think they are good makeup to have on hand, either as a starter or as other person just doing their makeup every day. They are some of my favorites that I like to have on hand. We're going to take some of this Wet n Wild powder and we're going to set some under the eye. I don't want to bake. I just want to set some of these spots where this makeup is. And then we're going to brush it away. Because like I said, I don't like to bake. I feel my makeup underneath my eye looks cakey when I bake. But like right now, it looks really smooth. And I like that. Yeah, let's just do a little bit of a... I don't know if you could call this contour, but that's what I call it. This is the Wet n Wild double-sided stick I use for this. Alright, now I want to take my e.l.f. brush. This is a contour brush. And I'm just going to kind of ease that into the skin in the different spots. Right here, I like to bounce it backwards. I don't want to mess up the foundation, so I always just kind of bounce to blend it in. And I'm using the very edge of this brush and just kind of bouncing and blending. That nose contour, I'll fix it in a minute. I find it's very easy to go back with the concealer for it. So like we'll take this brightening concealer and I'm gonna grab like this e.l.f. brush. And kind of blend it. A little trick I've been doing lately. Off camera to make sure it works before I do it on camera. Take a little bit more of it. And then we're going to use this and we're going to fold it. And then we're just going to kind of blend that concealer onto the contour so that it's not so pow in your face, because I'm not a really pow in your face person with it. Okay, now we're going to take this. And make our mouth look funny and drop stuff on the floor. All right. Now we're gonna take the looser powder brush. We're gonna dip into that Wet n Wild powder and put it everywhere. I know you don't need it, and I only put a light dusting. You can barely see any powder on there. I just put enough so that I could follow what my mom always told me. If you're new here, powder on powder, cream on cream. All right. Now we'll take the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And we're going to use this. First, we're going to use the straight brush so I could get it exactly where I want it to be deeper. Which using it to contour isn't exactly the best idea. But I like it. I do have contour creams, believe it or not. I mean contour powders. I just never reach for them because I feel it's an extra step and it kind of goes in the same places as the bronzer. So if I put a cream contour underneath, I think, this isn't something I read, this isn't something anyone said, this is strictly my opinion, and it's probably wrong, that if you put it underneath and it shows when you're doing it, then you probably got enough contour. You don't have to over contour. You could use your bronzer to kind of soften it up on the outer edges, which is what I'm doing. That's just me. Now I'll use the fluffy brush. This is a Morphe fluffy brush. It came in a set that I got at Ulta. It has no numbers on it or anything. And there's that. So, the next thing, I was going through that box because there was a lot of stuff I put in there, is this e.l.f. blush in Candid Coral. Coral's kind of my favorite color blushes. I've been using those Samantha March ones almost every day, and I wanted something different. They are still sitting right there because she is one of my favorite YouTubers. And to me, this blush just kind of looks really natural. It's almost like a glowing from within kind of blush. I don't know if y'all see that. It's got like a nice little glow to it. Okay. And the palette we're using today has highlighters in it, so I'm reaching in. It's this Sylvia Gani BH Cosmetics palette. And it has 2 highlighters in it. I'm going to use this goldish one. Because I was looking for a highlighter. I was like, wait a minute, the palette has a highlighter. It has a really pretty highlighter, in fact. It has 2. And I've been lately trying to get one that kind of matches the blush to put it on top of the blush. This is called Libra. Okay, let's take the setting spray, close that palette and the powder real quick. I just like to put the setting spray to tone the powders down a little. In between. I love the way that looks. Okay. This is kind of like a glowy, this could be where you stop if you wanted to on a normal day. I'm going to take the Wet n Wild brow pencil, the micro one, because y'all know that's my favorite kind, is those micro pencils. Let's see. I'm going to see if I have a community tab. If I do, and there's a lot of products that basically get the same amount of answers on the favorites and unfavorites, I will put a community tab poll and everybody can vote. If I have a community tab. If I don't, I'll figure it out. I'll let Jason be the tiebreaker. Or my mom. All right. We are going in with, what's in this thing? Lashes and a bag. We're going to put all the makeup we already used in here so I could get it out of my way. Because I only have a little space right here. I need to get a desk of some sort because that would probably be better to have more space up here. But okay, the powder, I don't think I need the powder. I think everything looks very nice. The blush, contour, everything right there. All right, now we're going into the Sylvia Ganny palette. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going with this, but I like it, and I'm thinking about buying another one for a giveaway because I saw it at Marshall's the other day, and I did start refilling my box because Marshall's opened. I'm so excited. Okay. We are going to go in, of course, with... Probably not, of course, because that one isn't one I would normally go for. We're going with this very bottom shade. Right here. It's called Underrated. I'm going to go in there first. What's y'all's favorite palette by BH Cosmetics, if you have one? Or what's your favorite palette? I mean, let's talk. This is Chit Chat. I really need to figure out how to set my computer right here because I'm worried that when I set my phone up for live that I won't be able to keep up with it, and I want it to actually be where I could chit chat with you. So we are working on it, me and Jason. So there might be a couple of test runs before I figure out the best way to do it, because I'm not sure if it'll come across the screen. So I have 3 computers. There's one that was my very first one ever, and it still works, kind of. And then one is, I broke it when I opened it up to clean it, and it just needs a little piece, and I don't know where to get that little piece. And it's my favorite ever computer. And I can't use it right now, so I'm very sad about that. And then I got Jason's mom's old one. Although I probably need to try to talk him into getting me a newer one. But Eric slams the computers shut so often that it's just not a good thing right now. Do I want to use that purple? I want to use that blue. Sisterhood. Let's see what that one looks like. Kind of like that one. October. Let's go with the blue one and see how that starts. This is called Rebel. We're going to start it on the outer edge and kind of pull it through. I love BH shadows. They blend so very easily. Oh my gosh. This is just one swipe. And even tapped it off. I know some people don't like them, but I like them. It's a little patchy. I got most of the color on the outer edge, which is what I wanted. Because I don't want to pull the deeper color in. I want it to stay on the outer side. Okay. We're going to shade switch that real quick and then finish blending it through the way I want it. I didn't want to add any more pigment to it right now while I was getting it where I wanted it. If you have hooded eyes, it's better to keep them open when you're doing it. I shut them at first so that I could get it right where I want it, but I know my eyes. And like I've told everybody a million times, you want to know where your crease is, take your finger or take a brush, bottom of a brush. Gently, don't stab yourself. Close your eye. And right there, you can feel your eyeball. Right there, and then all of a sudden, it gets softer. And there is my crease. It's where your eyeball meets the brow bone. That's the easiest way if you're like got really good eyes where you have all this lid space and you're trying to figure out where your crease is. There's that. Then there's also taking and putting the concealer right along the lash line and looking up. And it'll put it where it needs to be. But that's how I know where my crease is it's the soft spot. That, and when you have eyes like mine, there's no doubt where your crease is. You can see it. But like when I did my sister-in-law's makeup, I couldn't see her crease. So I had to gently feel for it. Okay. So we got a pretty decent foundation down for that. Let me look at some of these shimmers and see where I want to go with this. I've been using a lot of gold lately, so we're probably not going to go that direction. That's really pretty. So is that. Kind of like that rose color. Let's take, I'm going to go ahead and get the cut crease canvas out. And our little brush. This is Makeup Revolution cut crease canvas. I'm probably going to use this light shimmer. It's called Rose. So that's why I wanted to put the canvas down to make it pop more. All right. So we're going to take that. We're going to take our little flat brush by Miskos. And we're going to go into Rose. It is a very light pink. I really like the way that looks. Okay, now we're gonna go into, we're gonna take this little blending brush. We're gonna go into Sisterhood, which is a maroonish color. And we are gonna put that right there on the outer edge a little. And mix it in with that blue. Looks a little odd, hold on. Now we're gonna take this blending and I wanna blend that maroon into that blue. Okay, let me get this blending brush. This actual blending brush by Morphe, the M519. We're going to blend that. All right. I want to take and fluff this area just a little. I'm going to take this red off of this brush, and this is more dense, so we will get a better blend. We're going to move that reddish above there, like that. All right, now we're going to go to the other side and do the cut crease. So we got that. Look up. Get that stuff out from underneath the eye. All right, there we go. We're done with this part. Now we'll take this brush, we'll go back into Rose. Okay, we got the rose on there. Then we're gonna take and put that Sisterhood color on the outer edge. All right. Now we're going to blend that also, what is left on the brush, like so, and then we'll take a little bit of the blue. Add it to the top like we have over here where you can see the blue. And then we are going to blend it a little more. That one went a little faster since I knew what I wanted and how it would react. But we are going to take this Morphe blending brush. Then we're going to take this, we're going to go into Sisterhood. Pull it along the bottom line. Blend it a little bit underneath there. I want to take the original brush. Where's my original brush? Right here. Okay. And just kind of fluff it underneath a little more. All right, now I want to take, we're going to go into Prints. I'm going to put that on the inner corner. It's like a really light goldy shade. Then I also want to take a little bit of it and put it right there where those two meet to kind of change like a gradient effect. And I'm going to take a little bit of it and put it across the tail end of my brows. All right, let's find, there we go, the lash curler. And we'll use the You Can Be Lash mascara again. I got this on Amazon. All right. There's that. Now we're gonna use the Worth It. And we're going to use the Maybelline Pink For Me. And then the Wet n Wild Zodiac Lip Gloss in Virgo. That's what I am. I'm a Virgo. I was born in September. Got a little bit of mascara under. There we go. e.l.f. Dewy Setting Spray. Our little fancy schmancy Dollar Tree fan. Alright, and that is the final look. I hope y'all like this. Like I said, please leave your favorite drugstore products and your most unfavorite drugstore products in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.